Introducing the new Nexxus Formula P plus R from Brunswick. Hi, I'm Billy O, Brunswick Bowling's product manager for consumer products. Formula P plus R describes our latest formula that combines our projection additive plus our new recovery additive together to create the most aggressive cover stock to date. The projection additive easily pushes the super aggressive cover stock down the lane, where the recovery additive connects with the lane for an extraordinary back-end hook motion. Let's hear what Carmen has to say about this new advancement in adaptive chemistry.
The last time I spoke to you, we were talking about the bowl, and we broke the code to do that. Well, we've gone one step further with the double X. The single X gives you that big bowl. Well, now we've got even a bigger bowl. That's for people that need a little help on the oil conditions and that don't have as strong hands. We're going to give you that hook you've been missing. You're going to bowl like the pros when you throw this ball. Believe me, I'm more excited about this ball than I've ever been.
The original rotor core provided the exact dynamics paired with the Formula P plus R cover stock to achieve our targeted performance. Let's head to the lanes, bowling first on a heavy oil house condition, and see the Nexxus Formula P plus R Solid in action by bowlers with a variety of bowling styles.
The major differences that I see between the Nexxus XX and the Nexxus Solid is that I can play a little further left and swing it to the right more, and if I miss my mark, it'll still recover and go through the pins really hard and carry well for me.
Well, the Nexus XX there's a lot of oil out there, and I throw the ball pretty hard, so it's going to be a good ball for me because the harder I throw it, it just keeps coming back. It don't matter how hard you throw it. The average person is just going to open the lane up so much for them, they're going to just love it.
One of the main highlights of the Nexus XX is I can find myself getting further away from my target, getting it out wherever I want to see it at the break point, and it's going to recover and go through the pins with just as much power as if I was playing straight up the boards.
This is a ball that's going to travel with you. It's probably not going to be the first one out of the bag, but anytime you see a little wiggle down the lane, it's going to be, that's the ball you're going to go to. Conversely, I think this might be the first ball out of the bag when I'm bowling league. A lot of times, because there's so much in the middle, and you're forced in because of your rev rate, that you get over-under. You miss it in and you buck it. Well, this ball's not going to, buck it from in. And like I said, I can throw as far right as I want. I'm not going to run out of juice coming back.
Now let's look at the Nexxus Formula P plus R Solid on the 2011 USBC Open condition, again by bowlers with a variety of bowling styles.
On the USBC shot, I feel that I'll be able to miss to the right, which I have a tendency to do, and still recover, where before I had to be just too perfect.
There's a lot more oil outside, so I had a little bit more room. If I missed right, it still made it back. With anything else you got out there outside and it was out of bounds, it just wasn't making it back.
With the recovery additive that the Nexus XX has, it creates a little bit more of a miss area, where on that pattern, premium on shot making is pretty high. Where this actually gives you a little more forgiveness. You can miss a board here and there, and recovery will just take over and get it to the pocket.
As you're bowling on, you try and go as parallel as possible. So you change your hand position, you start going up the back of it. One of the things is that this is going to allow me to be a little far left. You're going to be able to cheat into that, the thicker oil. But it'll still allow me to still go up the back of it to control the spot, but it'll still make sure I always carry. A lot of times you leave some flat dimes because you don't have the entry angle. Well, this will allow me to keep my hand flat to still retaining the energy while still retaining the pin carry and strike.
The Nexxus Formula P plus R skids through the front, preserving axis rotation in the mid lane while providing unprecedented back-end traction and continuation on medium to heavy oil conditions. Thank you for considering Brunswick the leader in bowling technology.